Hello, this is Sergeant First Class Foy again from the St. Paul Recruiting Center, Minneapolis Recruiting Battalion, 3rd Recruiting Brigade. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Google Calendar for center leaders, assistant center leaders, and how to execute mission command after you already have your calendar set up. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to sign in again, and you're going to sign in. Now I'm going to sign in using my separate outside of the organization regular Gmail account for the purpose of this. This is the calendar that in the first video everybody shared their information with within the center. So just click on apps again, grab the calendar, and then once the calendar opens up, this is the view that you're going to see. So it looks pretty busy right now. In order to get down, if you want to see what an individual NCO is doing, you just have to come over and you can uncheck the different boxes, and that'll pull up individual calendars, or it'll take calendars away so that you can kind of grab a snapshot of what everyone's doing by themselves. How we best use this tool after everybody has their calendar shared is I normally use this when I know that they're out. So in this instance, we're going to go back down to this particular NCO's calendar, and I can see here that he's going in and he's going to be doing prospecting for DMDC leads tomorrow from 11 until 1300. So at 11:30, if I call him and I ask him how things are doing, and he says things aren't going so well, I'm not making any contacts, whatever, I can redirect him based on where he is. So I would just pull up our ROP and take a look and see where he's at with the ROP, and then I'll know what zip code he's in. Tomorrow I know that he's going to be in a particular zip code, so all I have to do if I wanted to redirect him would be just to go in and create a new calendar event, which I can do right now. So you can create a new calendar event, and we're just going to call this follow-ups. So again, this would be while I was talking to him tomorrow. So I'd go in and put down the correct date and then grab the correct time. So we're going to say 11:30, and we need to make this the correct date here, correct time. So 11:30 a.m. set up to 12 p.m. and that's fine. It doesn't necessarily matter. So if I know he's in a particular zip code, I can just throw a zip code in here for now. Say he's in this zip code, and then in the description, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in the people that I want him to follow up with. So I'm going to give him name. I'm going to give him an address of where he needs to go so that he can get in there. Now when I do the address, I already know how it comes up in Google Maps. So that's the format that I'm going to put in so that again he can copy and paste this information and put it right into his Google Maps app on his Galaxy S4. So we're just going to give him a couple names here and tell him who he needs to go see. So we'll get this typed in real quick. And then again, so pop-ups, emails, whatever. So normally if we're doing it on the fly, get rid of the email. The pop-up, I'll do, depending on when I get done doing this, I can just do a pop-up for 3 minutes or whatnot. It doesn't really matter as long as it's in the future so that he'll get that event. And then I'm going to come over here to add guests. I'm going to type in the individual NCO's name. Now because I'm outside of the organization right now, it's going to give us, you have to physically type the name in. So I can add his name in here and do it this way. So you can do it from this calendar, or you can use your center calendar to look and see how things are going and then go back into your own individual calendar through the organization. So my GoArmy.com calendar, use that one and get everything logged in and then shoot him this information the same way. But either way, you're going to go ahead and do this. Go ahead and save it. You're going to send the invitations. And then here's the event that I created. So it created an event from me. In addition, it put the event on his calendar as well. So now this individual is going to get that information. So when he's on his phone, all he has to do is click on this event, pull up the event, and now it tells him who he's going to see, and then that way I'm giving him a list of predetermined names. Now I already go in, I already have a list of names of people in zip codes, so we take high value targets that we're looking for. So we're taking hot leads, we're talking SASVAB, we're talking anyone that may have expressed an interest in the Army before, so past APL, anything that we have that's going to give us a solid warm prospecting lead or an actual hot lead that we have. Those are the people that we're going to target whenever I give him instructions this way. The other thing that we're going to do once we have this is, so these are the people that I want him to target when he's out. The other thing that you can do as the assistant center leader or the center leader is, what I like to do is I go in and I create an event for them. And I normally create this for them first thing in the morning so that they know. So by the time they get to work, they already have this at 09 is normally when I create these for. And then I only create them for 5-minute intervals. So I'll do 09 to 0905, and this is going to be applicant follow-up. And then location, so I just can put in our recruiting center. So you can actually put in U.S. Army recruiting, and then here's our recruiting station that comes up. So in the description, I'm just going to put in who he needs to follow up with on his records. So if there's something specific that you want them to do, so maybe he didn't update Jones before he went home tonight, so he's just going to put in Jones, and you just put in their update record. Smith, just tell him, schedule the test no later than 30 October. Just give him another one. Thompson, pick up medical records at 1300. So you're just going to give them instructions on what you want them to do, who they're going to go see, and what you need them to accomplish for the day. That way it's a quick reminder for them. They can just go right back to their phone. They can pull it up and they can say, okay, I need to do this, 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 and this. So again, we just send out an invitation for this individual. Then we're going to go ahead and get rid of this again. Do the pop-up. So just do that for 3 minutes, whatever. We're going to go ahead and add him. And then we're going to go ahead and save this event. So now here's my follow-ups for him. So then the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to go to the next individual. So I'm going to do applicant follow-up. Get tomorrow going in there. And we're going to get up here. And for this one, I'm going to do 0905 to 910. And then location, again, you can just start typing in what you need to get done here. Find your recruiting center, and then this is just going to be whatever you need it to be. So Anderson, update record. Thomas, you're going to have him do schedule physical update 2007-2 and verify live scan. And then we can do Smith, and for this individual you're going to have them schedule meeting with parents no later than 30 October. So we'll do that. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to go to his GoArmy.com account. We're going to go ahead and add that individual. Again, we're going to get rid of the pop-up, or get rid of the email, I'm sorry. Set the pop-up reminder for 3 minutes, and then we're going to save that. And then you can see here that these start to take place and these are going to occur. So if I get rid of Staff Sergeant Richards, leave this way, then it's going to say right here, these are the follow-ups that I gave him when he was out. So we can click on this, edit the event. This is the list of follow-ups that I gave him while he's out actually doing prospecting. So I've just updated him with names and addresses of high-value targets that we need him to hit while he's out. And then in addition, I can schedule all their follow-ups. This, honestly, for a 10-person center, takes me 10 minutes at tops to do what I already go through. I determine who they need to follow up with, what actions they need to take, have that list already done. I go in, I type everything up. It takes me about 10 minutes to do this in the morning. When they come into work in the morning, they already know, we've already talked about it. I've already sent them out with their marching instructions for the day. They have that information. And then, like I said, once he's out, we're going to do the follow-up. In the event that he calls me and says, hey, I'm struggling finding people, I call him, hey, where you at? What do you have? This is what he can do. So these are just a couple of TTPs that we use within our center. I'm sure that other people are going to be able to take this information and tailor it to what they need for their specific places. But again, this is where we are with ours right now. So if you have any questions, you can find me on Global at william.m.foy4.mil@mail.mil or william.foy1@goarmy.com.